I can go ahead and start. Hi, ladies. My name is Melanie Hutchinson. I attended the illustrious Howard University. I graduated back in 2017. I currently serve as the account director at Cons & Company. It's a public relations firm based out of Baltimore.
I am Jordan. I am a class of 2020 graduate from the illustrious Spelman College. I am now running my own brand strategy and design agency full-time. And when I was an undergrad, I was actually a candidate for Miss Maroon and White at Morehouse. So I have a little pageant experience as well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lonnie, and I went to Spelman. I graduated in 2019. I did the Miss Kappa Alpha Phi pageant, and I also did the Miss Maroon and White pageant of my senior year.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jamira Franklin. I'm a senior at Spelman College. I'm a health science major, and currently over the summer, I work as a pharmacy technician. I also will be doing breast cancer research at Columbia.
Next, hi, everyone. Hi, my name is Melissa Pearson, and I am the outlier of the group. I did not go to HBCU, so I'm going to live vicariously through everyone. But I attended Towson University for undergraduate school and graduated in 2015. And then I attended the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, UMBC, and attained my master's in industrial and organizational psychology in 2018. Right now I work for Deloitte Consulting. I'm a senior consultant there as an IO psychologist. Most of my clients are in the federal government, specifically in the intelligence community.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jordan Daniels. I currently attend Xavier University of Louisiana. I am a senior public health science major with a double concentration in accounting and finance. And I currently work as a pharmacy technician. And this summer, I'll also be interning as a health policy fellow at Pharma. So I'm just super excited to meet everyone.
The question reads, sponsored by, the question reads, how has campus royalty helped your life or career in any way?
Hi, everyone. It's Jael the Gray. I'm so honored and blessed to be here. Thank you so much for having me. If I'm looking at a different way, it's because it's a setup over here, y'all. So it's like I'm looking at 3 different screens. But I'm so honored to be here. I am absolutely a graduate of the Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi, the greatest HBCU in the nation. And then everybody else, I love y'all. I'm a professor at Spelman College, so y'all know I love Spelman. And all HBCUs, I'm an HBCU advocate. Every Black child should attend an HBCU in my opinion. That's just, it's made for us, like it just makes sense. So I was Miss Sophomore at Jackson State, and I was a cheerleader at the same time. So I had to switch between being on the court and cheering, I was like the first person to ever do that. And they were kind of like, well, how are you going to do it? But I did it. So that taught me that I can do more than one thing and walk in excellence with doing more than one thing. It also taught me, like, the lady who was over us, she was such a lady, y'all. She was like so prissy and just like, and I'm a sophomore in college, so I'm still a little bit, but she taught us how to be ladies. She taught us to be even more confident than we already were, or those who did not have that. She taught us to be confident. It taught me to love myself. It taught me not to be afraid to speak in front of people. It taught me to go after my dreams. Because, there are a lot of girls that run for whatever we're running for, whether it's Miss Freshman or Miss Senior or Miss Jackson State or whatever. There are a lot of people going through that same position. So it taught me, like, Jael, you can do whatever you put your mind to. When you have a beautiful heart and a beautiful soul, people are going to vote for you and support you. So I learned a lot during my time.
I'll jump in. Hi, everybody. Good evening where y'all are. It's afternoon in Colorado. I'm Kaylin, and I graduated from Spelman. Also, I graduated in 2018. And while I was at Spelman, I was the second attendant to Miss Junior, and I also served as Miss Maroon and White of Morehouse College the year after Jasmine did. So Jasmine Mitchell crowned me. I also work on the marketing agency side for a marketing agency based out of New York. We do experiential marketing, so events marketing, putting on huge events for different brands. And right now my client is HBO Max. I definitely learned a lot about communication and just how to be a better leader, because I feel like when I was Miss Maroon and White, that was the first leadership position I really low-key, I'll even say high-key, ever really had. on campus. And there were some tasks that I know that I was given that I didn't know how to just jump up and lead. And I remember feeling so insecure because I felt like my court members did way better than me in that avenue. And I felt less of a leader because of that. It was nothing they did. It was just, I made myself feel that way. And, you know, it turned into being okay with asking for help. And all of those things have helped me more into now, in my position now. My manager asks me to do things all the time. I have no idea what she's talking about. But I know if I tell, right, like I know if I tell her, Emily, I don't know, you know, it's, that's not what your manager wants to hear. She probably already knows that you don't know, but she wants you to figure it out. And so it definitely, now I'm like, okay, well, you know, if I can't ask a coworker for help, I'll Google it. Okay, my manager wants me to calculate the CPMs for the social media posts. All right, Google it, figure it out. You know, use that intuitive thinking and figure it out. And then that way your manager is like, wow, you know, I gave her this task and she figured it out. It may not be the best, exactly what I was looking for, but she tried and I can meet her halfway. So I definitely will say that I learned that.
My next question reads, a Black woman in the professional workforce or in the workforce in general, what piece of advice would you give to the next Black woman that's about to enter?
Hi, everybody. My name, no, I'm just kidding. I'm Deja. I'm a 2019 Spelman alumna. The pageant that I did when I was on campus was the Miss Kappa Alpha Psi pageant, and that's how I know Daryl. Currently, I work in the music industry at a record label, Quality Control Music. Okay, I can answer this one, but this one is kind of specific to the entertainment industry. I'm not sure how many of you ladies are interested in going into this field, but being a young Black woman in the music space and TV, just in entertainment in general, they expect you to like fall victim to what's going on around you. So I say like to overcome that is to stay focused, always have your end goal in mind, and don't fall for the glitz and the glam of everything going on around you, because that's what they expect of you, especially if you're pretty too, because people will try you, but you got to stay strong, stay firm, and know like you're there for a greater purpose.
I can follow up with the answer to that question too. My name is Jasmine Mitchell. I graduated from Spelman College, class of 2017. I currently work in digital advertising and marketing, and I've kind of had my hands across the scope over these last few years. So now I work back agency side, but before that I was working at Faircount in Atlanta. So I did census and voting work down there with Stacey Abrams' team. So that was great. Yeah, I was a political science major at Spelman, pre-law concentration. And during that time period, I was Miss Kappa Alpha Psi and Miss Marina White at Morehouse College. So yeah, we're real strong Kappa queens on this call tonight, I see. In my career so far, I've worked in some spaces that were predominantly white, but I've also worked in spaces that were predominantly Black as well. And what I've found is that as a young Black woman, especially when you're working in more predominantly white spaces, remember when you show up, to show up as your full self. I think oftentimes we're taught, you know, you need to start speaking this way when you're in those spaces, you need to wear your hair this way in those spaces, you need to dress this way in those spaces. And professionalism, you don't leave your Blackness at the door to be professional. Like, your Blackness is part of who you are. And so, and I think that oftentimes we put too much emphasis on that, especially when we're sending young Black women into more corporate spaces. But you have to show up as your full self, because when you show up as your full self, you're opening doors and opening pathways for other young Black women to come into them. And so it is important to, you know, get a part of those resource groups and connect in spaces like this. And you never know how much impact it will have. And then in regard to Black spaces, still showing up and still remembering that even though you're in a safe space, now you're tackling the challenge of being young in that space. And remember that whatever roles you go into, and this is something even when you're in college, and when you're in college, after college, whatever role that you go into, own that space, because what's for you is always going to be for you. And what you have and what you need to have is already built inside of you. So show up as your full self, and you got this. Every room that you walk into is built for you, because it's for you. You're in that space for a reason. So those are just some things I would say about that.
Hi, everybody. I'm Stephanie Leonard. I am a professor of business management at the most illustrious Howard University. I got my PhD in business management in 2019. I study diversity and inclusion in organizations. I also study some research method stuff that I won't bore you with. But I have a dance background. I've been dancing since I was 3. I am not a pageant queen of any sorts, but I have been a pageant coach on occasion. There's so much that can be said because frankly, it's very challenging being a smart and talented young Black woman in any industry. However, as Jasmine said, it's important to just show up as your whole self. I'm probably a bit older than some of you here. And I think when I entered the workforce, there wasn't a space to show up as your entire Black self, in the workforce. So over time, it has taken me some conscious effort and to get some skin in the game and some respect to be able to show up as myself so that others behind me won't have to do so much what we call emotional work, trying to fit in, at your job. But my advice is to show up and bet on yourself. Some of you may be entrepreneurs and some of you won't, but it's always best to bet on yourself, even if you're not an entrepreneur. And when I say that, I mean, it's okay to say no to opportunities. It's okay to say no to organizations. You have to do some environmental scanning, meaning you scan the organization, read the room, and determine, hey, am I going to fit in here as my whole self? Is this going to be a safe space for me? And if it's not going to be a safe space, is this something that I can deal with my mentally, emotionally? Is this something that I can deal with day to day? And ask yourself those types of questions, and be okay with saying, okay, I don't have what I want, but I know this is not it. I'm going to pass on this. It's okay to do that. And go somewhere where you're celebrated. You want to go somewhere when you walk in the door, they're like, yes, we're happy to see you. And not like, oh, here comes the girl, let me go to the water cooler, that happens. So I just, my advice is to just bet on yourself. You have everything that you need. If you get chosen for anything, you belong there. Okay, so you're not there because of some quota or some charity case or anything like that. And I'll just drop a little statistics on y'all. Most African American women in particular often earn positions based on their merit and not on their network, right? So that means you're probably out qualifying your peers and you just don't know that. Okay, so you will show up and show out wherever you go and just go where you're celebrated.
Awesome, we all back. Cool. All right, well, let me pause the music. So I jumped into sessions. It looked great. It sounded great. I would love to hear from the contestants. What are some things that just one thing that you picked up from your conversation in your breakout room with these amazing sister mentors? So from each contestant, you could just take your mic off, one thing.
So the question I had asked was how to gain more social networking to alumni, and they said that to always do some kind of community service work or join clubs and stuff and really connect with people.
I got so much good stuff, honestly, but I think the end is really the end of the conversation was something that I really needed to hear because it related to something that I experienced today. I do with my affirmation, an affirmation that I say often is everything always works out in my favor. But sometimes it's easy to let that go. When you get caught up in stuff, it's easy to just worry a lot. So just we were talking about, JL was saying we didn't come here to be perfect. So coming here for the learning experience, just to learn and to grow, and everybody just drop their gems based off of that everything is gonna work out in your favor. So don't like worry about anything. So that's something I really needed to hear.
Oh my gosh, I got so much good stuff. Those ladies are amazing. Maybe one thing I really resonated with is that I'm not gonna win every time, or I'm not gonna like be the best at everything. Like that's one thing I really like took away. Like I'm a perfectionist sometimes, and I have an issue with accepting that, okay, maybe this won't go my way, or maybe I won't be too good at this or that. Like I just have to be like more gentle on myself and give myself grace, like Jasmine said. So that's the one thing I resonate with everything, but that really hit home for me, like definitely being like the way I am, definitely. So yeah.
I basically learned that you need to be yourself. Like when you go in and when you go into any room, like having the self-confidence like within you and already knowing in your brain like what you're coming there to do and the things that you want to accomplish in life, and then just going and just having that in your mindset, like in any room you walk in and then like even later on in life. And then also one of the gems was that like being able to communicate to your professors when you like say you have something going on and something that's like really bothering you, but just being able to communicate to your professors what's going on and just having them be able to give you grace like within the classroom, and then like even just getting to know them and know the people that you're surrounding yourself with, because I feel like those people are like the people but hidden behind something. So you might like not really know how much they can help you if you don't communicate or show any interest or just like know who you're really working with.
One word of what a queen is. We've had that campaign going where we pulled words from different women who stated it before, but we want to hear from each and every one of you ladies on this call. A queen is?
A queen is confident.
A queen is elegant.
A queen is ambitious.
A queen is charismatic.
A queen is fierce.
A queen is resilient.
A queen is multifaceted.
I'll say a queen is rooted.
A queen is proud.
A queen is unstoppable.
And all of you ladies support and follow us on our social media platform, Miss HBCU Teen on Instagram and Facebook. Our website is up. Follow us and stay in contact with not only the contestants also stay in contact with these sister mentors that are here to help and support you.